radio because I can get rid of a lot of it, but not all of it.
The copy is getting a little tougher there, Bob. I think copy, like, the LED lights, the lights are getting me a lot of the time, but I guess some of them are getting turned off a bit power, so that always helps when they know what you were talking about. But we have a home up the street here that they go all out on Christmas lights, over.
Oh yeah. I had the same issue last year, and I'm hoping that that's exactly what it is. That's this Christmas lights, so I can get rid of this S8 S9 noise level. When I have my noise blanketer off, over.
I know what you're talking about. Actually, 40 meters tonight, I heard a station from here on there, but I tried to look in, but he wasn't strong enough. I probably wasn't strong enough. He probably couldn't hear me. But, yeah, I know what you mean there. The higher up in the bands I go, the better it is for me. Once I get down in 40 and 80, sometimes it's pretty noisy, over.
I caught most of that. I think you're talking about that you're up on 20 a while ago and heard somebody and then came down here, Roger.
Yeah. There's some solar flare stuff going on recently, and that contributes to a problem. I do some parks on the air stuff, and I always enjoy getting out into those more remote places to operate because the noise level is so much lower. And did I get your call sign right? I have it as November 3 Papa Kilo Juliet. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. And yes, I know that it says James. And I've always been known by my middle name as Todd, Tango Oscar Delta Delta, over.
Okay, yeah, very good. Yeah, I know some people that I know like that, they weren't always happy with the first given name, and they would go with the middle name, or they would use their initials, right?
Yeah, Roger. Well, I think in the end, what it was is that my dad is a James, and so to save confusion around the house, they decided to call me by my middle name, over.
Yeah, that is N3OAW, and my wife is also a hand here. Actually, I'm using a 7300 here, the Icon 7300, and I gave it as a present to her a couple years ago, and I guess she's letting me use it still. But my wife likes to get on some of the morning nets on the 75-meter phone. There's one called the Rooster Net, and there's an Owl Bird Net, and there's an Old Buzzard Net. But she's a member of all three of those, actually. So she enjoys doing that part of the hobby.
Yeah, I'm not real big on nets, although that there is one at 7 o'clock that I get into that's called the Christian Amateur Radio Fellowship Net. A bunch of good guys that get on the frequency slipping my mind. Oh, I can't remember the frequency, but if you look at Charlie Alpha Romeo Foxtrot.com, I believe, you can find their information off of their website, over.
Yeah. I think I really started to miss you there, Todd. You're getting down to my noise level, and but yeah, there's an awful lot of nets on this band. It seems like every frequency's got a group of people, so I think I'm going to sign with you there, Todd, while I can still hear you. You are getting more and more noisy to me here, so but I really appreciate you getting me here and receiving me my coffee and everything. So I'll send it back to you for one more time, and then I'm probably going to have to hang it up here. So but I hope you had a nice Christmas and a Happy New Year, and all the best. N3PKJ, N3OAW.
Okay there, Bob, and thank you for the return call there. It was actually nice not having to spend, a half an hour calling CQ before somebody came across. Hope you had a good Christmas yourself, and a Happy New Year to you also. And 7-3s for now. N3OAW from November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. 73. KR3L November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet.
Is that Hotel Kilo Juliet? Hotel?
No, that's November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet, over.
That's it. Okay, I got it right. I got you there, so got you in the log, and you have a great evening and a great week there. With the New Year's coming up.
7-3. KR3L November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. Any stations anywhere, CQ80 meters. CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet.
Kilo Romeo.
Again.
Kilo Romeo 3 Lima.
Kilo Romeo 3 Lima. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. The name here is a Todd, Tango Oscar, Delta Delta. I am located in Crawford County, about 30 miles south of Erie, and I believe that I have Scott from Somerset, correct? QSO?
That's QSO there, Todd. Yeah, this is Scott. I'm over in Somerset. I'm just playing with the G90 on only 20 watts on a G5RV. So I figured I'd give it a shot and heard you calling CQ tonight.
Well, I tell you there, Scott, for 20 watt, it's doing it. I'm throwing a 100 watt back at you also, coming off of a G5RV, over.
QSL, yeah, I have you about a 5.9 into Somerset. You're doing very well tonight with it, sir.
Good deal. I have you between a 5.7 and a 5.9. A little bit of QSB, but not a whole lot, over.
Roger that, sir. Yeah, the band seems to be a little bit all over the place tonight.
Yeah, it sure seems like it. I decided that I'd get on for a little bit and play around. I haven't been doing a whole lot of phone work lately. Been spending a lot of my time in FT8, and I just recently I've redid my whole audio on the radio. Did a bunch of reading and sat here with the manual and did some more reading, and found a very helpful web page on Bob Heil's site, because I happen to be using a Heil Pro Elite headset, and he has some basic settings for his microphones, and I sat down and I went through some menus and changed a bunch of stuff around, and I think I finally have my audio sounding halfway decent for a changeover.
Yeah, it sounds real good on my side. Again, like I said, I'm just playing with a G90 that I picked up recently. I'm trying to get set up for this thing to do some parts on the air with it and see how well it works. It seems to be doing pretty good straight out of the box.
Did you happen to get the amplifier for it or not?
No, not yet. They were sold out. I figured I'd just play with it on the max 20 watts and see how that works for me.
Hey, well, I tell you, it's working. I mean, we're only, what? Of course, now that goes away after I hit the enter button. What, we're 246 miles away, and for 80 supposed to be long at the moment, which obviously it sure isn't. 20 watts is working for you. Let's see here. Give me a second. So, let's see. I'll throw 20 watts back at you. You still have a copy?
Oh, yes, sir. I can hear you just fine. Still have you 5.9. You're doing well tonight.
Well, that would give you an idea of what you sound like to me, over.
Roger that. Yeah, like I said, it's a new rig. I figured I'd play with it a little bit. Just did the firmware upgrade and taking it out for testing. Seems to be tuning pretty well. Usually I have my Yaesu FTGX10 that I play with. I also got a Heil Pro 6 or a Heil Pro Elite set for it that I haven't finished configuring yet, but I'll get that set up in the next day or two.
Okay, I'll tell you something right off the bat, and this is what I happen to find. I'm not sure that if he has that radio listed or not, and I highly doubt it. Excuse me. But if you go to his website, and of course I'm on the wrong site, underneath the, let's see, where is it? Underneath the support menu, there's a link that says DSP settings, and he won't have that radio listed, unfortunately, but there's different links there, like all things Yaesu, all things Kenwood, all things ICOM, all things Elecraft. But I pick one of those and do a little bit of reading, if not on all four of those links, how to say match that microphone to that radio. You should get some type of idea, because I know what I had to do with mine is let's see, and I'm not using any processor whatsoever, but I had to drop my low end like 9 dB, drop the mid-range about 3 dB, and then boost the high end at about 6. And that definitely had improved, what I sounded like before. And even to me in the monitor, I'm not doing it now at the moment, which is kind of too bad because it would be cool, so you could hear yourself. I normally live stream when I'm on the radio, but if you happen to go to my YouTube channel, you can just look me up by my call sign, and you can hear the way that I did sound compared to how I sound now, and there's a night and day difference. It took me a bunch of reading. I sat down here a couple of nights ago with the manual for my radio to realize what the different settings were actually doing. And it took me reading the stuff on Bob's site compared to the manual to be able to put everything together and go, oh, this is what's going on. And I mean, I know audio. I grew up around good home audio equipment, and it just within the past year was able to take what I knew for home audio and translate that into ham radio. And I coming along and learning. I've had this radio for not quite 6 years, and I'm still learning things about it. Back to you. Kilo Romeo 3 Lima from November 3 Papa Kilo Juliet.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm going to probably dig the manual out, play with it for a little bit to get that headset set up. This year I kind of got into doing a couple of the contests just to play around with it and realized quickly that trying to tap on a keyboard and use a hand mic at the same time does not work very well. So, yeah, I've got a friend of mine in the club here in Somerset that turned me on to the headset. So I'm going to work on those settings to see if I can get that dialed in soon.
Like I said, there's a bunch of good reading on the Heil website that may give you some pointers in where in how to do it. Because I know that was really made it make sense to me. I mean, for granted, my radio's listed there, and I just worked off. For starters, what Bob said to do, and I kind of tweaked it a little bit. I have my high-end boosted a couple of dB higher than what he wants, or what he said, and I think that makes a little bit of difference. And the other thing is figuring out, because I can adjust the center frequency for like the low end, which goes from like 1 to 1500, 700, no, 700, I think, without looking. And had to bring that down to where the EQ is centered at 200 hertz, make the bandwidth half as wide as what it should be, and knock my low end down like 9 dB. Because with the default settings in the radio, there was so much bass in there, it was pathetic and did not sound worth a darn whatsoever.
Yeah, hey Todd, I appreciate the advice on that. Yeah, I'll look it up on the Heil site and take a look at it. And it did sound like it. I was playing with it a little bit on one of the SDR sites to hear how it was coming across, and then I'd probably have to pull some more bass out of it. But yeah, thank you for the advice. I appreciate it. I'm definitely going to look that up here soon. Back to you, sir.
Yeah, so if you go to the heilhamradio.com, there's a link there that says Heil Amateur Radio, and it's a menu. And then you're going to have product support and more Heil. Underneath support, there's another link that says DSP settings, and that's where you want to go.
All right. Yeah, thanks, Todd. I appreciate it. It sounds like the band's collapsing on my side here tonight, but hey, I appreciate the QSL. Hopefully we'll catch up with you again some other night. You take care, and I'll take a look at your YouTube site. This is KR3L, back to you, N3PKG, or J.
Ah, good deal there, Scott, and thanks for the call. Return call, actually. Not too often I'm sitting here on phone, and figured I'd take a little bit of time tonight to get on phone. And if you have any questions or what have you, feel free to drop me an email. My email's good on QRZ, and there's a direct link on my QRZ to my YouTube channel. And if I can't answer the question, I can definitely point you to somebody that can. And it sounds like that you have a good group of guys down that way also. But, resourcing if you need it. Hope you had a good Christmas and Happy New Year coming up. And 7-3 for now. KR3L from N3PKJ 7-3.
Thank you, Todd. Yep, had a great Christmas and enjoyed talking with you this evening. You take care. We'll talk to you again soon. This is KR3L 7-3, Todd. Have a good evening.
Good deal. QRZ, this is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. Any other stations out there? CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet. CQ80, CQ80 meters. This is November 3, Papa Kilo Juliet.